I'm Chef Jasper, and today we're in the kitchen preparing an old-time favorite, a classic recipe, Fettuccine Alfredo. So let's start off with some fettuccine, of course, and some boiling water. I've salted the water just a little bit, add our pasta, and then let's make sure we get it all down in there, at least 2 quarts of water minimum when you're cooking this pasta. There, get this pasta, and this is very, very important right now. You must immediately start stirring. We don't want to have any pasta stuck together in here. Give it a good turn, get it going. And now, while we're waiting for our pasta to cook, let's talk about the dish itself. Fettuccine Alfredo, of course, a lot of people use different pasta cuts, different noodles. It's up to you really, but fettuccine is the norm. In Italy, there was a restaurant, and of course, Alfredo's, that's the name of the restaurant, and 2 people, very, very famous people, were eating there many nights in a row, enjoying this famous dish. Of course, Mary Pickford and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. And on the final night, they actually presented Alfredo with a golden spoon and fork. The dish became so popular at the restaurant and in America. Today, the dish has changed a little bit. Of course, in Italy, still to this day, they don't add cream to it. What a sin. Are you serious? They just use butter. That's okay. We love butter. And of course, a very, very creamy cheese. But oh my, with some cream and butter and cheese, the combination, especially the heavy cream, it doesn't get any better. Fettuccine Alfredo, not a new recipe, but in a style that we love in America. So my fettuccine is cooking right now, and let's get started on the sauce. Of course, we need a little bit of butter. This gives it a lot of flavor. We don't want to burn the butter, so let's just kind of melt that a little bit. We don't want to add any salt or pepper right now. And this is really the base for many, many sauces. We'll talk about that in just a few. At this point, as the butter is melting, we'll add some of this cream. Oh my, this is just beautiful. Look at that cream. You know it's going to be a delicious sauce. And while that's starting to heat up, let's get a couple egg yolks, separate those, and I'm going to show you a nice trick with this dish that I really love. Okay, how simple. And we're just going to whisk these. I like separating like that. It's a little easier. Now, we'll set this aside. Our cream, of course, is going to start coming to a nice boil here. Our pasta, we're just a few minutes away with this right here. I think, timing-wise, we may have this all together in just maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So let's continue while the pasta is cooking with our sauce. Of course, we see it starting to bubble a little bit here. Grated cheese. Now, it's up to you. I love my Parmesan cheese. It's nice and salty. I don't have to use as much salt. A lot of flavor. Almost a, kind of a woody flavor, sometimes people say, with the cheese. Yes, that's a nice description. It has to have a nice little bite to it. Of course, that's the main ingredient behind the heavy cream, the fettuccine. Oh, sure. So, of course, this is our base right here. Now, when I say our base, let's just say we're going to make another sauce out of here. Well, if we were doing a vodka sauce, we would add some tomatoes at this time. Just a tomato puree, crushed tomatoes, that's up to you also. And in the meantime, look what's happening. It's really, really starting to all come together. And make sure we don't want to burn the bottom of this pan, so continue to stir properly. And I will add the egg yolks in just a minute or so. But we were talking about vodka sauce. Then we would add some vodka. It'd be a nice rosé-colored, rosa pink-colored sauce. Absolutely beautiful. A little cracked pepper. How simple does it get? Of course, we can add a little bit of pesto to this, yes, and make a creamy pesto. Add a couple tablespoons of pesto to your sauce. That is always nice. Ground beef, ground sausage, saute it in a separate pan, add it to it. Saute mushrooms beforehand, maybe some boiled broccoli, saute it quickly. A lot of people like garlic. Oh yeah, no garlic powder or onion powder or anything like that. Saute a little garlic in some of the butter beforehand. So again, the base, the main ingredients, that heavy cream, oh so delicioso, and a little bit of butter, the cheese. It's all coming together at this point now. We don't want to have it too high, but wow, you can really smell that. In the meantime, a little cracked pepper. I like a lot more at the end. And of course, some salt. And I didn't tell you about the salt. You know, I had some salt in that boiling water. Why? Two reasons. Not only to give our pasta flavor, but also, of course, you add a room temperature product, pasta, to boiling water. What's going to happen? It's going to stop the whole process. And the water's just going to go dull. The salt keeps the water boiling. Oil in the pasta water? I don't know. It gets a little touchy there with some people. I like to put just a little bit. It kind of keeps the pasta, you know, from sticking together, but not a lot. We don't want to do a lot because we want the sauce to adhere to the pasta. And if you have too much oil on your pasta, it's not going to happen. All right, just a minute or so away. Our sauce is really coming now to a nice boil. Here we go. This is perfect. We're going to take this off the stove. We're going to whisk in our egg yolk. We don't want to scramble it. Ah, look at that color. Just add some great flavor to that cream. That's all it's doing. Bring it back. We don't want to scramble this, like I said. So continue. And you can even add a little cream to your egg yolk. Some people like to do that also, and then whisk it in together. But we're about ready. I just want to put a touch of salt in here. Not a lot. And at this point, our pasta is cooked. Unlike at home, you know, I like to throw the pasta against the wall. Of course, seriously, it's in my cookbook. We talk about that. If the pasta adheres to the wall, the pasta's cooked. Enough starch has come out of the pasta. We're not going to throw it against the wall here, I promise you. Here we go. Pasta al dente. What does al dente mean? To the tooth. Just a nice little bite. Make sure we drain enough water off this, but not too much. We don't mind a little water in here. The water is okay. Why? Well, the water is going to help kind of make the sauce all come together. You'll even see that in just a second here. I'll add a little water to my sauce if it's just a little too thick. Ah, beautiful. Get the rest of that pasta out of there. What a quick and delicious sauce. A few ingredients, of course. The heavy cream, a little bit of the grated cheese. And we need to talk about that cheese for a second because Parmigiano is what you're supposed to use, of course. A lot of people like the Pecorino Romano. It's a little saltier. That's up to you also. The Parmigiano has more of a nutty flavor. There we go. That's it. Now, no golden spoon and fork for me today, but it's time to toss our pasta. Look at that cream adhering to the sauce. You know, this is something I grew up with in the Midwest. My father, I thought, made the best fettuccine Alfredo. A simple recipe, but it's all in the tossing to make sure you coat that pasta pretty well with that cream. That's part of the secret. And now, what do you think? Does it look a little thick to you? That's okay. The longer you keep it on the stove, because what's happening right now, we're actually cooking the pasta a little more. Just a few minutes more. Because it was a little under al dente, and that's what we wanted. At this point, a little secret of mine. A little bit of the boiling pasta water. Just a touch. Maybe a couple tablespoons or so. Give us a nice toss again. And a lot of people, including myself, I like to add a little butter at the end. It gives it a nice little gloss. That's up to you. Also at this time, you may want to add your other ingredients such as broccoli or grilled chicken, maybe a little sauteed shrimp. This is when it all comes together. Set this here, a little cracked pepper right on top, and you have a delicious recipe in just minutes. Heavy cream, a little bit of grated cheese, salt and pepper, butter, and eggs. Oh my, it doesn't get any better. The original Fettuccine Alfredo with an American touch, some heavy cream. Delicious. Oh yes, indeed. I'm ready to have dinner, and this is something I would be proud to serve my family. Brought to you by Hen House Markets.